Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Everyday Black Man Podcast, a podcast for authentic black male thoughts. I am Riker, and I'm joined by R. Reed and Armstead. Follow us on Twitter at EVYD Black Men, Instagram at Everyday Black Men, and Facebook at the Everyday Black Men Facebook page. Now let's start the show.
I got stuff to do.
You ain't got shit to do. Welcome to the podcast. We got R. Reed, we got Armstead, you got Riker, you got our boy Just.
Please.
Exactly, Just Blaze coming in the studio right now, nigga. Our most famous guest of all time. Fuck Bishop. It's about Just Blaze. Sorry about that, Bishop LS, no stress.
Who was our most famous guest? I'm trying to think.
Bishop would probably be our most noteworthy guest.
Yeah, people love Bishop on the podcast.
For some reason, I mean, some of the ladies really vibe with it. They was like, hey, is he single? I'm like, y'all heard the podcast.
Yeah, one girl, what was
she is Ellison. She was pretty good.
That was a good podcast.
I mean, I love all of our guests. I think you don't give your sister enough credit because she was the first podcast of this year that was breaking numbers. And I was like,
I don't remember.
Well, damn. Oh, I bet you don't.
Nah,
I think part of it is that you don't like that energy. Yeah, I think it's that family thing.
I know what you're talking about.
Because I'm not hearing enough of him.
I don't think the mic on.
Nah, he ain't coming in, but nothing. Let me turn him all the way to the top. Could be the cord. All right, let's stop. America, I'm feeling very attacked right now.
Help you?
I'm feeling very attacked right now.
See, what happened was the knobs kind of, I can't help you. I'm sorry.
Hey man, Just, I appreciate you, man. I'm glad that you came out here. I'm sorry that Armstead is feeling real petty right now.
I'm not feeling petty.
I mean, you're feeling real petty. Not even doing the CT thing. You're just being petty. But it's of course always good to be in the building. Black men, I know that it's been a little while.
Woo!
We had a whole bunch of things come up. We had to cut one episode and go into a Black Lives Matter episode and then come back with the other episode. But, the viewers definitely told us that they really appreciated the fact that black lesbians matter.
Black lesbian matters.
Oh, my God.
No. They're not black lesbian matters.
Black lives.
Black lives matter. I mean, lesbians matter because they are black lives. Now, right? Yes.
I thought about it, man. I support what they're doing and everything, but anytime you bring up a movement, bring up a movement. Let's bring up the LGBT movement, right? Pride. Who represents them?
White men.
In this group?
No, just in general. No, if you see a representative of the LGBT community and what they're fighting for, it's always going to be, would a straight man represent the LGBT community in general?
No.
Okay, so let's say white women's, whatever they got going on. Who represents
Feminism.
White women? What I'm saying is the BLM, they should consider getting them a black man to represent them because they're fighting for black men issues, but there's no black man as representation of them.
Oh, there's no leadership.
There was a black man, but remember they threw him out the group.
But that's what you're calling for. You're calling for leadership.
Correct, leadership.
You're calling
the only people I know who are quote unquote leadership are the lesbians I see constantly. And
there was a black man. Then they threw that nigga out.
You said that. Oh, now I get it.
Because that nigga wasn't going with
the
plan.
Not everything. If you look at what they believe in, you'll start stepping back too because not everything you're gonna believe in. But that's neither here nor there.
Well, so I think that's a bit far, but at the same time, I think there's elements of truth to what you're saying.
Do you know?
No, there's two people who are the main leaders. I forget what their names are.
And
but
we're talking about the Black Lives Movement or the
Black Lives Matter. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So there are two leaders. So there is leadership.
Correct.
But both leaders are lesbians.
Both of them are lesbians.
Yes.
At this point in time, it really doesn't matter because as long as there's some kind of leadership and there's some kind of camaraderie bringing us together, that way we have some kind of, I guess, goal. So
well, see,
we can lean
there was a goal, but they don't have the goal.
I guess goal is the wrong word.
No. There was a goal by the NAACP released like an 8-point plan.
Okay.
Like it was like police reform, figuring out systematic racism. They like went through a whole thing. And then Black Lives Matter was like, yeah, we're gonna push for goals. But I ain't heard not shit since that one tweet. I heard nobody say no plan. I ain't heard nobody come up with no, this is what we want. I mean, I keep hearing defund the police, but that means different things to different people. His idea of defunding the police is going to be radically different than the black libertarians, because black libertarians like, no police, I should be able to have a fucking...
No. Defund the police meaning the funds that we use for police for, like, let's say, you got a homeless person outside, right? Why aren't the police responding to homeless people?
They shouldn't.
Why do we have, like, a person going crazy outside? Who gonna respond?
Hold on, wait. What do you mean, like, they're not responding to homeless people? What do you mean?
No, they do respond to homeless people.
They should not. They do.
Why should you call the cops for a homeless man?
Domestic cases.
Right.
You know like
when you actually have
You and your wife are arguing, right? Why the police showing up?
See,
No. Unless somebody got hit.
No, that's where I'm
Arguing.
I agree.
Arguing. It depends.
And
If we talking about somebody that shot you, stabbed you,
And that whole thing is
that's
iffy
different.
anyway, man, because you can kick over
Exactly,
a damn
but the
trash can and go to jail.
But the
for
police
some shit.
shouldn't the police. We use the police to solve social
domestic
issues.
disputes.
Somebody on
No,
drugs
yeah.
going crazy. Why are the police called? It should be like social
That
workers.
should be,
drug
as we said,
rehab
the ex NFL players. We should hire a shit ton of them, and they're just big ass niggas who come in there when you have an issue, like security, and say, "Hey, are you gonna calm down? If you don't want to calm down, then they put you in one of those padded little
kind of
things."
like a hostage negotiator, if you will.
Essentially, yeah.
Excuse me, sir. I'm going to need you to back away from her, or vice versa. Lady, get your hand off the man's neck. You know what I'm saying?
Or, sir, you're naked right now. You realize you're naked.
Right, exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Isn't there a reason why they have like particular type of cops that do certain
Well,
stuff?
not really.
I know somebody right now who
There's a constable method that we don't use, which I think that would have been better.
Oh yeah, constable method's
Constables,
pretty good.
like
So explain it.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So if you
They
think
do that in
about
England.
England, like
Right.
put it like this: they can still be police officers in a sense, but why is an armed police officer showing up for somebody who homeless and you just need them to leave? More likely, a lot of homeless people have what's the word I'm looking for?
Mental illnesses.
Mental
There you
illnesses.
go.
Like you don't need nobody with a weapon always showing up there, and if they do have weapon, it's non-lethal weapons.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, taser, baton.
Like they're still police in a way, but not the same. Like every time we have an issue, let's say somebody stole something from my house. Why is there somebody with a gun showing up when they already gone and everything? You don't need nobody with a gun showing up every
Yeah,
time.
they're not
At the
coming back
same
being like,
time,
"Hey, actually, I wanted that TV
even
too."
with-
I mean, oh my bad.
Even with a damn taser, man, you can still fuck somebody up with a taser.
I'd rather get
Oh no,
tased.
we
that
saw
gun-
that. We
you-
saw that. That
you
black
hold that-
woman who got tased and then she lost her baby. People are like, it's not necessarily the taser that killed the baby. So you're telling me sending
come on,
all those
man.
volts through her body
Yeah.
continuously
and
choking her
didn't
it-
your ass ago.
I mean, the problem is that the pro-life people is only pro-life when it comes to abortions. The moment that somebody who actually wanted to have a kid, they're like, "Ooh, I'm gonna be quiet right now." It's like,
It's only a
Really?
baby when
Nigga?
they
Right.
want it to count. Like if you get like
Yeah,
that's why I
that
don't
too.
understand. Like when they talk about murder of infants, I'm just like if you shot somebody and they're 6 weeks pregnant, you'll get charged with double homicide.
correct.
Which
We
if
covered
y'all
that like
saying
a
it's
year
not a
ago.
baby, then let it all be consistent.
Correct.
If it's not a baby,
Exactly.
then whatever.
Definitely gone around a couple places.
But let's start the show.
I mean,
Sure,
yes.
get started.
that was a very good impersonation of me, R. Reed. You did a really great job. Almost like your cold opening on the Black Lives Matter. That was actually one of my
I'm
favorite
okay with
starts.
them, bro, but I just think their representation.
No,
should
I meant
be
on the episode.
A straight black male. Because those are niggas who getting killed. Like, no offense to the transgender community, because there are transgenders, but they're getting killed by us individually.
See,
Like,
this is what it is.
For others,
It's no longer about what we're fighting for is black men,
Correct.
but what we need is black leaders. So it really shouldn't be. It shouldn't be a Chinese guy named Wu. It shouldn't be a Latino individual. It should be a black person. It should be a black person who has the ability to step up and actually say something. A black man would be great. But somebody, lesbian, it really doesn't matter as long as the person is black and they have the ability to speak and speak.
The problem
eloquently.
I have with that is their focus has always been men, and those men statistically been straight men. So
Let's not forget about Breonna
not
Taylor,
saying
though.
I don't
Let's
care
forget-
about
Let's not
gay
forget
men.
about the other females, the black lady, the old black lady. I can't remember her name.
Oh, what was it? At
Breonna
Tayana
Taylor?
Jefferson or whatever?
Another one. Yes.
She was killed because the police officer was checking in on her doors. Was
Right,
like,
correct.
"Oh my God, I see somebody
And,
playing a
exactly.
fucking video game."
So it is black men, but it's black people. Now I was watching the comedian Mike Chase.
Michael Che, yeah.
Michael Che, and he came across a lot of great issues, and he was a comedian. But if you listen to what he's saying, it really doesn't matter about race. It's more about
I agree.
the color. We matter. We should at least matter.
I
What's
think-
less than mattering? You know what I mean?
See, what people don't focus on is the media's narration of it. They're always talking about unarmed black men, but if you look at Black Lives Matter, they don't show it up for white people too. They don't want anybody getting killed. but they
Exactly.
don't bring
Like we
that
talk
up.
about Daniel Chafer all the time. Because
Correct.
anytime that we bring up police brutality, I can't think of a nigga crawling there saying who's afraid out of his mind. Like if you, it's beyond just like us. Because black people, we are the kindest, nicest, most passionate people on the face of the
Respectful, yeah.
planet. And for you to see something like that as a black man, it didn't matter to me what fucking color his skin was.
Correct.
I
I don't
saw
want
a
anybody to
scared
talk about
man on the ground crawling. It was the police officer who's got kill fuckers or some bullshit written on his rifle, and then he ends up shooting him. Like, oh, you didn't think this was gonna be the guy who was gonna do it?
Let's get that straight, guys. I don't want anybody getting shot by the police for no reason. Like,
No
that's one
reason
thing.
at all. Yeah,
like, that's what we don't talk about enough. Like, and especially Republicans, it's the state killing unarmed citizens. Where y'all at?
I mean, well, that's the thing about it. They're cool with the state when the state's on their side. The moment the state's like, hey, we're going to restrict this, or we're going to let these gay people get married, or we're going to let women who are lesbians use their bone marrow to create babies, people are like, whoa.
Slow down.
And I think that's crazy because we need to, like, we didn't adjust that, we didn't address what happened in the courts. And if y'all don't know, Republicans typically get elected because, number one, this is what happens. They are solving everything through the courts. If you notice, no legislation is basically passed through the Senate. So what they do is they get all these court cases, they try to pass it through the Supreme Court. And recently, I don't even know the full details of this case. You know what it was?
Which one?
About the discrimination for LGBT members, and the court swayed the way of the left.
Yeah, they did, which was surprising to everyone because they thought this was going to be a slam dunk.
Correct. And like, I think they got some more coming up. Abortion is coming up.
They got abortion coming up. They got a couple ones coming down the pipeline.
I'm sorry. What?
So instead of doing legislation, if you notice, when everybody's in power, like when one party's in power, they do nothing.
I get that.
Okay, go ahead.
You're talking about abortion with lesbians?
No. Just these
are issues coming down.
I'm about to say, like,
it's just an abortion.
I've been in a box somewhere, I guess.
For years,
Yeah.
for weeks, you haven't noticed. For like the last couple of years, you've noticed they've been trying to change abortion rules, be it the red states.
Right.
So what you do is, whatever happens, the state's gonna shut it down for the most part. It is what it is.
And then you get them in the appeals, and then from the appeals you get to the state Supreme Court. And if you don't like that, then you go to
you go to the Supreme Court or something like that. In that nature.
So the legislation that they won was basically they interpreted the Civil Rights Act to include because it's supposed to be based on your race, sex, orientation, and then it said other things too. Okay. So they took that as a win for transgender, or the court interpreted it as, okay, so other things includes if you're transgender, then yeah, we can't discriminate against you, which was the opposite way that Republicans, when they came forward, thought they was going to go.
I think they said sex or your gender identity, because essentially you're still denying them the right based on their gender because they mess with another gender should be irrelevant.
Correct.
It's still based on their gender because you're judging them off their gender. So if I was a quote-unquote homosexual and I decided to date a man, you're still judging me off my gender based because I'm a man. You're saying that I shouldn't date a man, but that doesn't make any sense.
Exactly.
Like,
it's crazy that, all right, if you, let's go with this same alternative read example. If you were a homosexual and decide, you know what, I want to become a woman now so I can then step into whatever it is that you believe in, they're now judging you based off, no, you started out as a man, but you was mad at me when I was gay. Now you're mad at me because I'm straight? Like, where are we going with
you're
this?
Still gay.
Yeah, you're still.
I mean,
you're not a woman.
I know where you're.
I know where you're coming from.
I'm not changing it as far as
Okay.
what your personal opinion is, because I'm not here to change personal opinions.
Correct, but
What
even
I'm saying is
logical
based
opinions.
on what I'm saying is based on
The decision.
based on the decision. Because
Correct.
again,
Decision, right.
if it didn't matter that you're trans, then they wouldn't really have anything to be in the court, because it'd be like, all right, well, you're trans, you're dating.
It's another one coming up with churches. I don't know the full details of that one.
Wait,
Well,
what?
the churches ones that they've got a couple going on.
Oh yeah.
No,
I thought-
There was
They
one-
go after the church.
yes.
The left will lose. Do not
Well, no,
go after
it's not about that. The most recent one that I read was not about that. I don't know. We could not be talking about the same case.
Okay,
but
go
I'll
ahead. Which
explain
one
it.
you know about?
So basically, this was because they were forcing churches to shut down. So then the churches
Not
appealed through Texas, and then Texas took it to their appeals court, and their appeals court said, no, churches don't have to. And then, of course, they actually, well, I don't want to blame the ACLU, but it's some organization like that. It was like, no, this was during no, actually, it couldn't be them because this was the state. So the state said, no, we have the ability to, based on, that old Supreme Court case from like 19 something when we shut down the Louisiana area, said that you had to fucking stay in your house because it's a motherfucking pandemic, and people were like, no, we're not going to do that. Wow, 100 years, it goes by fast. Anyway, they are using that argument to say, no, this is bullshit. We have the authority to tell you to shut down if this is, like a super health hazard.
Right, of course.
And of course, they want this to go up because they want it to be documented if they win that you can't do it from this point forward, because that would be a major win for religious groups. The problem is they don't realize it's going to apply to all religious groups. So when the Church of Satan does this shit, they're going to be jumping up and down, but it's like, bro, you said religions. You can't choose just Christianity, nigga. It's Christianity, it's Islam, it's Jews, but the one that everyone hates, the Church of Satan, is going to be the first ones.
I love
but
them,
nobody ever
such trolls.
They are the king of trolls. Because they don't even believe in it. They don't even believe in Satan.
Hearing that they actually have a Church of Satan. That's
they're trolls.
So basically, there was actually 2 churches of Satan, and the main church split off from them because there was like a founder who made like the Book of Satanism, and people was cool with that shit. They was doing all that stuff, but the founder's like, y'all realize this is like Scientology, nigga. This shit's not real. Like we don't believe in this shit. Like we're just doing this to piss off Christians. And some people are like, no, Satan real, and he's right here
if
on
you're
earth.
Saying Satan is real, then you're saying they believe in the Bible, but it's opposite. They believe God, as you may believe it, to be Satan, and Satan to be God.
Because Satan's bringing you life. He's bringing you knowledge. He's saying, do what you want. I know, man. You learned something today. You learned something.
Well, look, I wish you didn't know it.
Well, I mean, hey, man, knowing enemy is always the first rule of war.
Well, this is true. This is
but the main guy, basically, he didn't really believe in this.
Right.
So
Yeah,
that's why
he
they
was a
split
troll.
off. Right. But his daughter, the way that she has changed everything is basically she's continuing the tradition, which is trolling. So, like, when people are like, no, we need religious pamphlets in there, she's showing up in Florida like, Satanism. People are like, oh, my God, how could you do that? It's like, well, if you're saying religions are allowed, then that means all religions. And then I was like, but so you're saying religion doesn't need to be a school? They're like, but I want the prayer. Pass out your pamphlets, but you got to be last in line. Right. And it's one of those things where it's like, y'all realize y'all going to lose on this because they're willing to troll you until you lose. Like this isn't something where they're going to give up. But all of that to say, I was wrong about the initial thing, which is no, it's the state that's suing in Texas and lost the first round. So again, as Ari was saying, Republicans want to push it all the way up. They want it to be something where we have to
do it through legislation.
Yeah.
Like all that shit they claim they believe, they'll never put it through legislation.
I was about to say, you think they ain't gonna do it?
They don't believe none of that shit. What they do is
remember, if they really believed in this shit, none of them would have divorces because God really frowned upon that.
Correct. They don't believe any of it. They just want to get their corporate friends paid. That's all they really care about.
Well, that's the overarching thing, but they do it through religion.
On both sides.
But at least with the Democrats, they at least try to pretend to believe in the bullshit. Republicans just outright like, sir, weren't you caught fucking a hooker?
Damn it.
First of all, you shouldn't refer to your mom like that.
Oh.
And then they go from there.
Right.
Because what everyone didn't talk about this week that they really should have, Kaylee, whatever the latest little press conference woman is, she said a lot of derogatory things about Obama on Twitter. And instead of Trump and the White House announcing her resignation, the Trump campaign announced that she would be working for them, which is a strong departure from any previous press secretary. Because normally, if the press secretary loses, like when Huckabee Sanders left, like her replacement was like, hey, yeah, she's out of here. The White House made a little statement. But for this one, when people started calling her out and stuff, they didn't even address it. Like it's kind of very similar to that book 1984. Like they pretend like they've done nothing wrong. That's what's so dangerous about the Trumponomics. Or Trumponomics.
Trumponomics. There we go.
Trumponomics. Because
Trumponomics. I like that.
It's basically he's building a scam for his friends.
Of course.
And the way that he's done it is, I have to admit, very genius. Like you can be mad at him, you can say bad things about him, but this man has figured out a way to get all his friends paid, get them paid through the PPP program that most of y'all weren't aware of. Because the thing that most people don't realize is that for us, like if we had a business, we could apply for, some pandemic relief and we got to keep our employees on.
Right.
Ultra wealthy aren't doing that. What they're doing is they're using this automated debt restructuring program to essentially write off a shit ton of debt within the next, I think, 2 years. It may be the next year, but they're basically going to pretend like they had all these losses and then wipe the slate clean. Me and you can't do that because we don't own enough stuff to even qualify. Right. But it's part of the PPP, but nobody ever fucking talks about it because why would we talk about that? You're poor compared to us. You're just poor. So we're not even going to mention this part. But then when people read through the legislation, because, they made sure it was 2,200 pages or something like that, maybe 1,800. Either way, it was long as fuck. So most people we read the highlights.
After the third page, you're like, fuck this shit.
Exactly.
I don't care.
I'm not doing this shit at all.
I'm not doing this. And that's the problem with us. You know what I'm saying? That, the joke still is. You know what I'm saying? You want to hide something from black folk, put it in a book. Because most folk, like after the third page, are like, screw it. But
I mean, that's how they did us with this pandemic unemployment stuff.
Yeah,
because a lot of people should qualify for this shit, but they're like, oh, I couldn't apply for it. It's like, did you go to your website? Did you go to your state's website?
Well, see, what happened was after when I went on there, I had to go through all this. I just gave up.
Yeah.
And that's the issue.
I mean, Georgia's pretty bad, but I mean, the other 49 states have been pretty good.
Right.
Like, I know a friend who he got his unemployment in 2 weeks. I was amazed. I was like,
everybody else I know got theirs in 30 days. I haven't been filing for the weeks because they just allow.
You can keep going back. You can keep going backwards.
I want to go back to March.
You can go back to whenever your determination is.
Well, my determination.
Yeah,
my determination. I didn't file till May, so I was just curious.
Well, your determination. You can go back in time to whatever your determination.
What do you do for a living? I didn't know.
No, me, I'm an electrician.
Really?
Yes, sir.
So basically, you're very smart.
Oh, I don't know about smart because you don't have to be to be. You just have to be.
I mean, eventually you die though if you're not smart as an electrician.
Oh yeah, you die horribly if you're not smart. We have common sense.
Do you work for a company? Or
I'm a union.
This is IBEW.
IBEW.
My brother.
Do you do work on the side?
Of course, I work on the side.
One thing I would tell people is I feel like jobs like that. I'm telling y'all, electricians, plumbers. What else is there?
Pipe fitting welders.
I know somebody who's an underwater welder.
Yeah,
I didn't know that was a job.
But you make a shit ton of money.
Work 6 months a year and make $250,000.
No. Yeah, but the problem is the time. You can only do that till you can only do that for a certain
amount of
6 months a year. 6 months.
No, I'm saying how long you can work that.
Oh, I don't know.
Because you're only allowed to. It's just like air traffic control. Like air traffic control, you can make a shit ton of money.
But
you're only allowed to do it till 37, I think.
You gotta start when you're young.
Yeah.
Like if you know somebody young and they don't know where they going to life, there's an air traffic control school in Georgia. You go there and you do it, you're guaranteed to make at least 80 bands coming out. 80
bands starting out, and you're gonna get raises every year.
You're telling me that if I was 36 years old,
can't do it.
Because of the age restriction.
Yeah, well,
you
also
can't
because
to school until I think you got to be under 26. Because I looked at
yeah. You have to be under 26 because that was my original plan when I was graduated college was to do air traffic control. Well, the problem is that the mental stress on you. Like one guy explained air traffic controller to a bunch of us on Reddit because I'm on there all the time. He was like, "Look, man, at 9 a.m. things are backing up. By noon, it's a fucking maze, and you're just happy you're getting shit from point A to point B." And he said, by the end of the day, you're just like, shit, I got to do this again. Because they work 10 or 12-hour days, and they do them
my brother-in-law, he works,
but they make
air traffic control,
great money.
But he makes fantastic money.
I mean, but you got to think of the mental stress. Because if you
they
fuck
retire
up
early.
Right. Yeah, you have to. Because if you fuck up, people die. It's like, again,
but I wouldn't care about that.
I mean, that's terrible. Absolutely terrible.
No, I don't have that kind of.
No, I know you don't, because I look it in your face when you said I don't care. There wasn't fake. There was no force. There was actual genuine.
Yeah.
You really you are.
But it depends on how I made the mistake. If I wouldn't do it on purpose, so I wouldn't feel guilty about it.
Right.
Like that's like if I got in a car accident and somebody died, like I'm sad, but
well, no, see, but that's different. Like if you didn't drink and you didn't whatever, and somebody died, it's like, I mean, nigga, you should have bought a Subaru.
What?
I agree.
I agree on that one. I agree.
I don't have that kind of
wholeheartedly agree on that one. You should have bought a Subaru.
I don't have that kind of. I think it's empathy, right? Empathy.
I mean,
yeah, that's right.
It's empathy. I think you're doing this partially for the podcast.
No, seriously, I would not care.
No. I think killing mass amount of people. Again, notice I didn't fight you.
It don't happen that much though.
Flinch. It does happen a lot.
It happens a lot more than you think.
More than you
think.
Happen
that much.
Not with the.
We talk about 4 or 5 times a year.
Not with the big planes, but the smaller planes. They go down more. I was watching a video, and this pilot actually on the highway landed. I guess he ran out of fuel, wasn't paying attention, landed on the highway. You know what I'm saying? These small little Cessnas, you don't hear about it, but they go down a lot in the mountains. You never hear about it.
Well, you never hear about it because they don't get counted the way that a commercial airplane would.
Right now, we talking commercial. That's something totally different, but.
Yeah, commercial be like, we had 0 deaths in 3 years. It's like, it's just a matter of time, bitch.
It's a matter of time.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
and when it happens, everybody's going to be like, no, where's Malaysia Flight 500?
All the time, like them little planes.
No, I'm talking about like big planes. Like when last time you heard like a...
No, it's been like 3 years. That's why everybody's everybody's waiting is because...
It's about international or local? Because international, that plane that went missing a couple years ago?
Yeah, that was Malaysia Flight.
Malaysia Flight 1. I mean, and another thing is, if it's from China, you really can't trust it either. So we just,
I mean, the thing about it is we don't know. China might be missing planes every other blue moon.
And nobody would know if they family
exactly.
died. It's like billions of them motherfuckers. That's fucked up.
I mean, that's actually not as fucked up as you think.
This is awesome. This is awesome.
So the Malaysia flight that went missing, that was 2014. Yeah, we real overdue.
Yeah,
we real overdue. That was March 8th.
Hey, look, I gotta take a flight in the next couple of days, all right? Let's not talk about this. Okay?
I mean, look, man, it's still the safest way to go around.
Virginia.
Nigga, you going domestic. You going to be fine. You got these Americans.
I'm not doing 10 hours.
It sucks. North Carolina sucks, but once you get to Virginia.
Dude, how dare you talk about that state like that?
Wait, which state are you talking about? Virginia?
North Carolina.
North Carolina?
I'm just saying because North Carolina is slightly improved.
That was to me that I hated going through that state.
No, it's Virginia. Virginia.
I love North Carolina. No, Virginia I hate because of the dead zone.
Driving through, if you go to New York, I've driven.
Correct. I did it 4 times.
No, I've done it more times than I can count.
Okay.
More fingers
6
than you've
times.
done in here. If you had, how many, 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay, multiply that by 50. I've made that trip.
How bad was she?
Huh?
How bad was she?
You know, no, this is for work. Actually, believe it or not, this is for work, pleasure. You know what I'm saying? I've done that drive from here to New York more times, even when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? My dad did that drive. That drive is a monster. Virginia is a beast.
See, for me, Virginia is easy part.
Really?
I thought Virginia was hard.
No.
Virginia was hardest, but then North Carolina second.
Once you get into North Carolina, you get in the mountains and you go down, it literally is, the time flies by. But when you going up in the mountains and you hit Virginia going up north,
I thought
it takes
Georgia
like
was fast, South Carolina was fast, Tennessee is when I realized I was traveling.
Florida,
no, not
yeah,
Tennessee.
yeah.
Not Tennessee, North Carolina is when I realized I was traveling. It's North Carolina. South Carolina only take like
Which
an
way
hour
you going up 85, ain't you?
Correct.
Now, for me, I go to Scenic Way. I go 20 all the way till the end, and I go up 40 to get to, or whatever the highway is, to get back to 95.
Oh, you do 95? Oh, you got money.
I know it's crazy.
I mean,
you got money. Oh, okay, you rich.
I know it was crazy to me. Once I
Everybody
started
knows
traveling
95
like that and
is full of
driving around,
tolls,
and I
bro.
started seeing
It's the slowest highway.
It is.
It's full of tolls. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah.
And there are more police out there that I've never understood that. But you go 85, if you go, and this is
But for me, it's not a boring drive.
85, no, but it's still, but you can do 85, 95 miles an hour with the cops on the highway.
I mean,
and
you're
they
right.
won't pull you over.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? Go 85, 77, 81, and then cut across. That's when you have to slow everything down, because once you hit PA, they're looking for you.
Oh, yeah, PA.
Nigga,
you knew what the fuck you signed up for.
Mm-hmm.
We went there one time, and it was
when you
trash.
start seeing they got them hills over there where the tractor trailers lose
Hold
control.
on, we got a question. Ask this.
Yeah.
My bad.
I got to ask y'all a question. Y'all not scared to fly?
Who? Hell no.
No.
Why not? For what?
I'm not scared.
Because they recycle the air. That's the only thing I'm worried about.
I mean, when you get on a plane, it's only like.
I mean, when you go with the submarine guys, they recycle air there too.
But
No, he's talking about it in the pandemic. So that was actually the thing that we were going to talk about.
But it's not. But we know, and during the pandemic, we have all known that it's not airborne. It's not airborne. Now, if I sneeze in the vent, then we have an issue.
You know how many niggas sneeze just in
Right.
in taxiing?
Right, exactly. If the sneeze gets in the air, no problem. But if everyone's supposed to wear the mask, they sneeze
These
downward,
niggas don't wear masks.
That's true.
But
Don't they make you wear masks once you go?
Hell no, it depends on where you
No.
going.
It depends on which one. Because like United
I
scared the
wear my
fuck.
mask, right?
It depends on where I'm going.
Right, I'm good. Period.
Depends on where I'm going.
I'm not taking my mask off as soon as I get on the plane.
Okay.
A mask on.
Yeah.
I'm not taking it off until I get off the plane.
Depends on where I'm going. If
Right.
I'm going to like Walmart, I put it on. If I'm going to like Publix, I'm not that worried about it. But I still might put it on.
You like, oh,
I'm
them
sorry,
niggas
if I'm
clean.
going anywhere outside my house, but the hardest place to wear it to do it on a lot of my jobs, because like some of the buildings are so stifling.
It's becoming a political thing.
It's hard. I agree.
Yeah.
Oh my God, do I agree about that?
Yeah.
It's so stifling that where you like
Wear your mask or die.
and
That shit
you go
goes high.
and you have to go inside your shirt for a couple seconds and go. And
It's too
you
high.
try to work.
I can't do it all day.
And you have to work and you have to be able to do everything.
Y'all
you're
need
doing
some of
without
them
the stupid
avocado
mask.
mattress masks, man. Them things is nice.
Let me
Very
know if that's
breathable.
worth it, man. Cause,
Well, I mean, the one I got on me right now. I was with my wife. If you're listening, I'm wearing my mask. No, I'm not. But
You
the
didn't
mask
to
that I
say
have
anything.
on.
You
Nobody
had to
else
say that,
it.
Dur.
But the mask that we have that she bought they're breathable. But I've seen that some of them, if too much air goes out, that means you can get the same amount of air back in.
That's
you know
true.
what I mean?
That's
so they actually have a little slot where you can actually put something in a protective barrier that you could take in and out.
I know, I've seen
But
those.
it works the best. But those other masks, they're like.
I have
crazy.
to take them bitches off every now and then, man. I don't care. I'm just like,
Yeah.
I'm still limiting my risk. But for the most part, I don't even.
Right.
We'll see. Time goes by. I was just scared of planes. But if it's too far, I'm not doing it. Like, I'm trying to plan a trip to Myrtle Beach or Panama City. I haven't really decided.
Myrtle
I'm just
Beach, you
gonna
know,
do
fucking ground zero. You
Wait, hold on,
want to go to ground zero?
You're upset about
I
getting on
want
a plane,
a
but you go to
beach
the
house. I'm gonna rent a house, a beach house.
Okay.
And with a private beach, and that's what I'm talking about.
You a baller too? Wait, hold on. What's going on? What you guys doing? He's a private beach?
He said, nigga, what are you doing?
That's what I'm trying to
What
figure out.
Baywatch rerun
There you go.
are you getting into?
A private beach? That's what I'm talking about.
Which
I
one of
think I need to hang
these-
out with you more often.
Like you got houses with private beaches. Y'all know that, right? That you can rent.
Yeah, but they're not cheap.
I mean,
Yeah, that's
They're
the thing
affordable.
about it. He said,
I'm saying,
they're
affordable.
affordable.
Like,
So you was calling me Richie Rich. You got
like,
fucking
you got-
Mr.
How much would
Scrooge
you think it
McDuck
is?
over here.
do y'all know a pandemic is going on? Those houses aren't that much.
Not anymore.
For the weekend, it's like
okay.
$700.
I mean, okay. I understand it, but
Yeah.
still.
But you could have flew to.
that's still-
Actually, no, you're not going to go anywhere.
That's huh?
Well, I'm gonna take this completely. I'm about to say, man, you could have gone to what's that place, Dominican Republic, for $700. You would have gone
Yeah.
far.
No, I'm bringing my daughter with me, so.
Oh yeah. You're not going.
And me and
That's
my
not that
daughter.
kind
How
of
many
trip.
days?
3
Three?
to 4. 3 to 4.
For 700?
700?
Yeah.
That's see, that's still too.
With different houses, you know.
Okay, you could have gotten the whole goddamn flotilla in Dominican Republic.
I ain't staying in no hotel.
All right.
I'm with you on that. I
I ain't
was
staying
saying
no
on
Me and a bunch of friends of mine, we normally go up to, what is it?
Key West.
No. We go up.
But you
to
gotta think that's
Georgia.
$700. That's
Oh, you going to
Two.
what's that place?
Yeah,
It's like Fort something.
No. I'm talking about up in the mountains.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, it's not Fort
350 a
anything.
piece.
It's,
Blue Ridge, Ribbon Ridge,
no,
the
it's
Appalachians.
it's like a little Switzerland town. It's,
Oh, I don't know about that.
Oh,
Where-
nah, I
where?
don't fuck with Swiss.
it's gosh.
I only fuck with their money. I don't fuck with them.
I hate that I cannot.
But also, I'm gonna tell y'all that I'm gonna rent a house in August, a mansion, and we're gonna have a get together if y'all interested. I just want to know how many people is coming.
No.
Why are you having a get together?
Helen,
Just telling y'all niggas.
Helen.
we go up to Helen and we spend half that, and
I've been
and we
to
get
Helen.
we get a big cabin for us. See,
See, the cabin I was looking at was about $1,000 a day.
Right. See, you got money
I don't have
because
money. I just-
we
this
all
is
pay.
wasted.
It was three couples. It's normally 3 couples and let's just say it's
I want
7
the
of us.
hot tub in there, bro.
And they have 2 hot tubs. They
Okay,
have a hot
yeah.
tub upstairs,
Hot tub, my
hot tub
own
downstairs.
room.
Everybody
and a-
has their own room, and I promise you,
How much y'all pay?
half that.
I don't want to be in Helena though. I don't know.
But I'm saying, but that's
I was
what
thinking
you
Pigeon
get.
Forge,
Pigeon.
Pigeon
I
Forge.
Yeah, Pigeon Forge. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. about.
I haven't been to
Okay.
Pigeon Forge.
Tennessee, Pigeon Forge. I've been to Helena and me and my baby mama did that. It was okay.
I mean, Pigeon Forge and Helen are in spitting distance of each other.
Yeah.
Correct.
I mean, you got to take the slow road, so it's probably like a 45-minute trip, but
Yeah,
they
but it's
spitting
still
distance.
worth it though. I mean,
I thought it was nice,
To go-
but the
you
one
been
I
on the
did,
river?
well, I was just like, I'm thinking November cabin strip. Like,
yeah.
I mean,
For
those are
sure.
two national parks in between, and that must be beautiful.
Yeah.
How you
Yeah.
think things gonna be around that
I
time?
want to go skiing.
Oh, I definitely want to go skiing.
I never been.
Oh, I haven't been either. I know my
I
wife.
thought
My
you
wife
from up
was going.
top.
No, I've never been skiing though.
Really?
I've had snow. I've been sledding, but I've never been actually.
So you've done it. You just
Yeah. I
haven't
never
done
been
it
skiing either.
by yourself with one little thing.
Right.
I
I've never
sled
done
it
that,
before. I snowboarded.
But then
I'm
again,
like, should we go to Denver for
living in
that?
New York, being a New Yorker, sledding is like when the dump trucks or whatever
Pushed
trucks
all the
push all that
snow,
snow up
yep.
in a mound,
Yep.
and we get our sleds or whatever slippery. We go up on that bad boy and we make a
the
little
top
trail.
of the trash can.
Yeah, and then we go down. You know what I'm saying?
Shut up, Chicago.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Hey, look,
Nah.
that's-
You go
that's
ahead.
what we
You
do.
have fun, Armstead.
I did have fun.
But the actual skiing,
Yeah,
I haven't been.
I'll probably do snowboarding
In the
on
Catskills,
skiing,
Catskills, in the mountains. That's what I want to do.
I
Okay.
think skiing would be
All right,
easy.
no, you should.
I think snowboarding is easier than
Black
skiing.
people
know,
should.
Let me
Are
ask
you
you
a
this.
skateboarder?
Do you feel like it's
No,
easier to
easy to
skate
do
or
it,
to skateboard?
It's easier to skate for me. So
Yeah, that's what
probably
I'm saying.
skiing
Like
would
I
be
think
easier.
you would be able to find it easier
skiing
to
might be easier.
ski than.
Because you are strapped to
Yeah,
this
you
board.
strapped. You know what I'm
You
saying?
ain't
You can
going
only
nowhere.
move. Now I know how to skateboard, kind of. Like I know how to
Okay.
turn it or whatever, but like
Kick,
I never.
push Lupe Fiasco.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
No, it's no,
right.
ain't no kicking. Push.
I know.
I ain't even gonna
I'm
flex.
fucking
I
with you.
can't skateboard or I can
I thought you
skate.
could skate.
Skateboard?
No,
Do you
skate.
have equilibrium?
Yes, I'm okay.
You can
Are-
skate.
Okay, but again,
I like how he says. I like how he says.
You
I got
stand
you
on
know.
one foot.
Bro, I'm not even gonna
He
try.
can't stand on one
No,
foot.
but seriously,
I can skate, nigga. That's
need to.
different.
Then you can
but
sli- then you
skiing
can
and
ski.
skating
You
are
can ski.
different.
It is.
Aren't you
but
the same
it's
nigga last
it's-
episode? No,
It
just
is, but it's not really.
Through the power of Jesus Christ, I believe I can do anything.
There
But
you
what
go.
I'm telling y'all is,
Preach.
we just being realistic. you know
Amen on that.
what I'm saying?
I just feel like with two balance poles, you will be able to fucking ski better than you will be able to slay.
agree.
Meanwhile, the viewers are trying to
snowboard.
listen, are trying to figure out what the fuck the topic is for the day.
All right, so back to the topics.
It's the
The
Bishop
time
Ellis
we
curse.
haven't done this, we basically Bishop LS cursed this podcast, so we gonna go ahead. We gonna go ahead. We gonna start over where we're supposed to be. Bishop
we still
LS,
got-
where are you right now, nigga? You could have been here right now, man.
I was with my homies, yo, and what's up?
You know, Hazelnut had called me up.
You know, it's all good.
I do pretty good for myself, you know.
I got
I
a
do
good
pretty good for
job.
myself.
Got a house.
Got a house,
kill
you know.
That was hilarious. You gotta listen to the episode he was on.
I heard it. That's why I'm here.
that dude was hilarious.
He said,
bro.
"Look,
That's why I'm trying to get him back over
if
here.
Bishop can be here, I'm gonna be here."
That's why I'm like, oh look, like let's do this. He's like, nah, man. I got some things. You know, what I'm saying? My only day off, yo. I'm like, bro, like
Oh, he back at 6 days
Batman
a
and
week.
Robin.
Oh yeah, it's car selling time right
They
now.
selling cars?
Yeah, yes,
Oh, they flipping them, man.
Man, look, he almost had me in something. I'm like, I can't make the.
I want to get me a Tahoe, man. I really do.
You need to have him look out for you, man. You
Yeah,
got a
can
friend
get
in
me
the
one for
business.
Under
They got-
13,000.
they got
I ain't
a lot.
trying to pay that much.
Well,
Yeah. them
Well,
things-
it depends.
you gotta be realistic. now.
2015. I'll pay up to 25. That's it.
You can't be crazy. You have to be realistic and be able to, what's the word?
Maneuver.
Negotiate.
There you go. Well, not so much negotiate, but come with a realistic standpoint.
Compromise.
Thank you. You have
I've
to,
already been pricing them, and it looks like if I want one under 100,000 miles,
same thing though.
newer, I'm talking about 2015.
Right.
Or above.
If I want one 2016 and up, it's 30,000. I'm not paying 30,000 for no car.
No, you're right. You should.
Yeah, I'm a more of a 25 and under kind of guy. I don't know about y'all.
No, I'm a 25 and under kind of guy as well.
25.
Focus.
But you know, when the Spotify deal goes, I don't know how things are gonna change.
Oh,
You might see me in a G-Wagon, so I'm just
Just don't buy a Land Rover.
I would lease that
my
car.
little,
I love
2015.
Range Rovers, though.
I mean, I would just love for us to.
The house I have was huge.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because I ain't trying to park
like-
no Civic at no damn
Point A to point B, but I gotta live right.
$300,000, $500,000 house. I'm sorry, I'm not parking no Civic at no $500,000.
Get a G-Wagon. Get a G-Wagon.
I'm not parking no Civic at no $500,000.
Now, at the same
house.
time,
Could you imagine that? Okay, you're a single man, right?
You're gonna park it in the
get-
garage. and
You
then
get
figure
you
that-
you get you a girl, right?
Yep.
You get you a girl who's a potential gold digger, but she don't know, right? You get to talk to her, right? You got the G-Wagon out there. Oh, you got the money, but you have that you get that Civic or you got the Altima. Okay, you pretty decent.
Number
You
one,
doing
it's
well
going
for
to be
yourself.
at
Hold
least
on.
a Corolla.
Hold on.
No. Let him
Camry.
finish.
Okay,
Let him
go
finish.
ahead.
But
You're tripping.
when you get
He
to
is.
know her, right? You go to her place, da 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 da. She actually falls for you. That's when you pull up to your real house. Hey, baby, this is where I live. What? You know what I'm saying? Oh, my baby, this, da da da. It's a different dynamic.
I feel
It's
you.
a totally different dynamic from.
So
oh,
I'm
look,
a-
I
I'm
got
a-
all
I'm
this
a-
money. Make it rain. Bitch, like, hey, look, give me some of that money.
I'm gonna
You know
jump
what I'm
on top of what he said. You know when Amazon was first taking off and Jeff Bezos was worth about 8 or 9 billion. You know what he pulled up in that interview in? Fucking Honda Accord.
Accord. I said Civic. I'm not pulling up in no Civic.
Okay, then get an Accord.
Those are two different cars.
They-
Hold on.
They are.
Civics. Have you seen the new Civics now?
No. Civic Type RS.
Oh my God.
That
things
shit
are-
right there
Them things
will
are
fuck your day up.
Them things
I mean, again, it don't ride all
Is
that
it
well
fucking with
because
my F Sport IS250?
But you tripping, man.
I like
no.
them.
It's
tripping.
good. No, it will smoke
You
IS.
can
It'll
do
smoke
stuff like
IS.
that,
I love them
it's
cars.
It's totally
No.
different.
IS is like a dream. You know,
Yes, it is.
Oh, I
you
didn't
know the
know that
rider.
was
The rider has an IS. IS. It's a.
But
nice
he ain't got
car.
the F Sport.
I like
Sir,
the- I
sir,
like the L-
just
I like the
having
LS
the
line.
regular IS,
Yeah.
his turning radius, every time he can turn, if he needs to, he can hit a U-turn like nobody's business.
That's unless this is what Toyotas.
The Toyota.
I mean, yeah, exactly. It's Toyota, man. Great job, Toyota. We appreciate everything that y'all did.
Thank you.
I'm glad he didn't give up. But Honda guy actually had a worse life, which is actually really fucking interesting. Because that nigga, he lost everything, you know, because they lost World War II. But he lost everything. And so he decided to drive a motorcycle across Japan to think about his life after making wine or whiskey for all his friends,
Never
which is
knew
a
that
really
story.
interesting tidbit. But the point I'm getting to here is that RS, that Civic Type RS, that shit will smoke your IS. You will feel
I'm
better in
not
your
racing.
IS. Nigga, you worth money now.
It's more of a luxury of
he's
Nigga,
styling and profiling. That's what he
Correct. I did enough racing growing up. I had the Mustang, man. I had the 300 plus horsepower, and I just got used to it. And I was just like, I don't really care about this shit no more. I just done carry.
I am so glad that you have grown up, and
I don't give a fuck about cars anymore. Only reason I want a new truck is because I'm at 275,000 miles.
Well, that's not the only reason you want a new truck.
Shit.
You want a truck because you enjoy that big lifestyle.
Oh yeah, big.
You gotta understand, man. You take care of the car will last twice as long as it.
Okay, nigga, I want some modern luxuries too, nigga. I want Bluetooth. I want Bluetooth.
I put a Bluetooth in your car right now.
I got one when you call. I got that thing in the radio.
No,
Hello?
bro. No, right behind you right now. Right behind you on that table right there. There's a Bluetooth stereo right there.
What is it?
Right there in that box.
Oh, what happened?
Nothing happens. I'm about to put that in somebody's car.
Oh,
I installed it.
Yeah, you know they make one for your shit.
I don't want to do that shit no more, bro.
Call me. I'll do it.
Hey man, you got yourself a handy friend. You got another handy friend.
I gotta get some 12s back there too.
Like, what is?
Come on, man, black man. We gotta
hook up my
stick together.
12s too.
I'll hook all that shit up. I know how to do all that shit.
Nigga, I know how to do it too. I just don't want to do it.
I
no
know
more.
you don't know how to do it. We don't want to do it.
We did it as
This
kids.
is the problem with you is that you have the ability. You're
Nigga,
just
we
lazy.
have done that. Nigga, we all had tried to do beat.
Well, no, you're not lazy.
All that shit.
You want to be into the next.
My
phase.
dad told me once you get to a certain age, you be like, I could do that shit. Like cutting grass. Once he got to a certain age, he was like, I am fully capable of doing this, but I also got $30.
Got a point.
Good point.
That's some real ass shit.
That is real shit. But I like to keep my $30 in my pocket.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I like to
once
take
you
that
make it
$30.
six figures, that $30 look different.
I mean, I'm not gonna say anything, but
This nigga got kids cutting his yard. Like,
I
he
mean,
does
look,
terrible.
look.
That's different though. You know, he looking out for the kids. You know.
No, he not.
nah,
He
that
don't
nigga need to
wanna
earn
do
it. That nigga need to earn his board and keep, nigga.
Hey man, you putting money in them kids' pockets, man.
He don't
That's a
want to
good
do
thing.
this shit.
Nigga, I still mow the lawn the majority of the time.
Right. But he could choose.
Nah, once that nigga got his car, that nigga said, "Fuck
Listen,
this."
he could choose to go get a professional or somebody who actually has
Hernandez.
you know, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Hernandez, whatever you said, whatever. But he got kids. You
See, I
know
wish
what I'm saying? He
I-
put money in kids' pockets.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Mostly Chick-fil-A, but
that's
you know,
respect.
yeah, exactly.
Mostly
Kids are easy.
Chick-fil-A.
Kids are easy to negotiate with.
Chick-fil-A can't cut your
My daughter loves Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A cannot cut your grass on Sunday.
I've officially banned Chick-fil-A after finding out what they did, and I'm now starting to. Baby, I'm sorry. I'm starting to regret it because it hurts.
Hey, we
That
not giving up
Polynesian
Chick-fil-A
sauce.
around here.
And because I don't you guys
I'm
talk
just
about that
letting you
shit.
know, bro. We not giving up Chick-fil-A around here.
That's what
Well,
I'm saying.
it's not about that. Chick-fil-A said, "Look,
you
we're
heard
not
what they did, right?
We're not sponsoring any more things." But did they do something new?
No, I don't know what they.
So
I
not
don't
the
know what
thing
did,
that
but-
they
What
did
they do?
before last Pride Month. I'm saying that they do something new.
All I know is they're supporting supported Trump or they sent donations to Trump.
Oh yeah, they did send
But a
donations
lot
to
of
Trump,
companies do
and they
that.
apologized for that. And on top of
I'm
that,
gonna
apologize.
I mean,
I got to see his face.
Yeah. Look, they apologize. Tell me they
I
apologize.
fuck with you, man. I fuck with you.
Don't play with me, man.
But pause.
Don't play with me.
Ideologically, they have to support a candidate that believes in what that they believe will be more for their ideals than them. Because it's a lot of companies that support both of them.
I'm gonna give you.
Because they give money.
I mean,
to
because at the
Democrats
same
and
time, I've been
Republicans.
buying a whole bunch of Ben and Jerry's ice cream only because they rock the fuck out
but
of Black
Ben
Lives
Jerry's-
Matter.
Yeah, they're always been a more liberal company. They ain't never given a
Not
Republican
just a
anything.
more
you
liberal
really
company.
sit
They're
back-
like liberal to the old.
You're
You
not
really
giving-
sit back and really think about a lot of companies that a lot of people don't want to deal with right now are being funded by the people who basically against them. You know what I'm saying?
this is true.
Like the
This
whole
is true.
milk industry.
Because
Shit
Nike-
like that.
Okay. You know what? I can save you. Chick-fil-A's don't directly donate to Trump's campaign.
Their owner does.
Yeah, the owner does, but not the actual.
the sons.
Yeah.
They're doing it because the original.
But the problem the problem I have with this is, look,
I'm
at some point in time, this podcast is gonna get big.
I'm let you
At
know.
some point in time, there's going to be a pride thing that's going to come up, and we're going to throw their money. That doesn't mean that we are saying, hey, we're whatever. What we're saying is we can understand this, and you better use this money on black people because we know that other people have this stuff.
7-figure Reed donates to both parties.
There you go.
7-figure
People,
Reed donates
people
to
talked
both
a lot of
parties.
shit about Kanye until we found out that he has only donated to Democrats in the past 12 years.
Right.
And on top of that, he gave $2 million to Breonna Taylor's family, and your favorite rapper ain't done nothing like that. So I'm just saying, dog. I wouldn't.
They made songs. Purpose.
Exactly. They've made a lot of songs, but they ain't done shit for the actual culture.
Hey, what you thought about the Lil Baby song?
I know that a lot of people have been shitting on Lil Baby, and I did because memes are memes. But at the same time,
That song hard as fuck.
At the same time, for me, it's not about that. He didn't have to do this, and he did something.
Correct.
And we should
And most rappers
stop
ain't
being
did
an
shit.
asshole.
Most rappers ain't did
Exactly.
shit.
Yeah.
At least he tried to make a track and talk about it. But y'all ain't gonna call out these punk ass rappers who ain't doing nothing.
Well, no, we don't have to go that far.
Nah.
Y'all niggas still fuck with Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne done told y'all he don't give not a single fuck about Black Lives Matter
don't give a fuck
because
about
his
Lil
life
Wayne.
was saved by a white police officer.
Officer Bob.
He already told y'all he don't give a shit about that. But I ain't seen none of y'all niggas talking about canceling that No Ceilings remix. I ain't hear not a single person.
I've not fought with Wayne for years, but I had my own reasons.
But no, there's a couple people who brought that very
but
single
kids look
point
at
up.
Wayne like I look at Jay-Z.
Correct.
And that's crazy. And
That's sad.
that is sad.
That's very sad.
Because he's talented as fuck, but he don't talk about
don't
nothing.
say
And
nothing.
once you realize that, you just be like,
Why am I listening to him?
you're
Why am I
because he's
wasting my
creative.
time?
This is entertaining.
Because he's entertaining.
Well, yeah, he's entertaining.
It's very
Correct.
entertaining.
He's almost as
But he
entertaining.
lacks substance.
No,
That's also
Yeah,
true.
no
He lacks substance.
Like even Jay, you can see through his career that he grew up through his
he's-
music.
yeah, you can
But this nigga Lil Wayne, if he made The Block Is Hot today, I would not be surprised.
Correct.
Remix. Like seriously, like if you think about that, you're 37 now, 38. If you made The Block Is Hot today, Lil Wayne, it would not surprise me.
Correct.
Versus somebody who, like Jay-Z, if he would have made, let's say, I'm trying to think of a song.
Snow on the Bluff. We're gonna talk about that later.
No, I'm trying to think of a song that he would make. Well, he wouldn't make any now. Shit, probably Girls. I don't think he'll make anything like that.
Girls.
Yeah, he wouldn't make anything like that. He's a married man. He don't really
No.
talk about stuff like that no more.
No, you talk about giving his kids artwork because that shit actually is a really great fucking. Anyway, thanks again, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna go ahead and end this podcast. We appreciate your support. Check us out at EVYD Black Men on Twitter, Everyday Black Men on Instagram, and the Everyday Black Men Facebook page.